I'll ask God to help him. He obviously needs the help, and yeah, I'm not getting involved in pettiness. The fights were won fair and square.
About the money, I'm not about anything. I'm there to the bliss. I don't want to say scared because I don't know how they feel, but they obviously just don't want me around. I don't.
Eddie Hall breaks silence on Tommy Fury's power after brutal defeat instantly shifts the tone as the heavyweight admits what the ring really felt like. After sharing the ring, he openly highlights how Tommy Fury's timing, movement, and power made him a far more dangerous opponent than expected. He makes it clear Tommy is not to be underestimated at all.
Light, because this man is lost soul, and I beg Jesus to return him to the kingdom. And although this man probably doesn't like me,
Eddie Hall makes it clear this wasn't a straightforward strength fight. It was a constant problem of trying to actually trap Tommy Fury. Every time pressure built, Tommy slipped out of range and reset the exchange, refusing to stay in danger for long. That constant movement and ring awareness frustrated the whole rhythm of the fight and showed why he's a difficult target to pin down.
And any brother in Christ is always welcome to come train at mine, whatever. Needs to get away, needs to do some
Wade Plemons gives a balanced but telling perspective on how physically demanding Eddie Hall really was inside the ring, acknowledging his size and pressure while still crediting Tommy Fury for handling it smartly. The contrast is clear, strength versus movement, and it raises the question of whether pure power can ever truly solve a slick boxer like Tommy.
Interview where he's kind of played it down and not wanting to get dragged into it.
I don't know, it's just terrified. Him and John are just terrified of me. It's just pride and ego at this point. They're just absolutely terrified of me. So yeah.
Darren, will this fight ever happen, do you think?
At this point, no. I've come to, this is giving a lot of attention to the fight, and I just don't think at this point it's going to happen. I don't know, maybe from that.
Roman Fury makes it sound like there was no safe way to approach Eddie Hall without risking disaster. He stresses the danger of that massive weight difference and how even one clean shot could change everything instantly. It raises the bigger question of whether Tommy's hit and move style was survival or true control of the fight.
Yeah, there's no other way you can fight Eddie Hall. He's that big. If you get in a tear up with him and he lands, 100 pounds difference, it could be fatal. Do you know what I mean? It could be very, very, very bad news. So that was the game plan. Hit and move. Hopefully he would have got a little bit more tired and then press him. But like I said, a lot of pressure on there, and he did the job done. He didn't really get hit with much. And
Frank Warren downplays the entire spectacle, calling it a clash between novices who rode social media hype more than real boxing pedigree. His tone adds a layer of disrespect to the whole event, suggesting the hype may have outweighed the actual quality inside the ring, sparking more argument among fans and critics.
But Tommy won the fight, there's no doubt about that. But you know what, I'm not going to lie to you, it is what it is. It's two novice fighters who've got huge social media following, and they've capitalised on that. People bought into it, and I'm amazed at the amount of publicity that it's got both before and after the fight. It's amazing. Everybody's been talking.
Shane Fury leans into Tommy's raw punching ability, but also admits the biggest issue is still timing and setup in real fights. He suggests Tommy has the power to hurt anyone, yet the lack of refinement in his movement and positioning makes it harder to fully unlock that danger under pressure.
It's very solid. The thing is, because he's a novice, Tommy hits as hard as, he's a strong puncher, but because he's a novice, it's hard to set up. So another training camp, he can only get better. So when he gets his set up and his feet's underneath him, instead of falling in, he'll catch him and knock him out. He can knock anyone out. He hits an heavyweight on the chin, they're out, because he's such.
BJ Flores breaks down the fight like a clear shift in momentum, pointing out how Tommy struggled early but adapted as the rounds went on. He warns that while Tommy showed toughness and control, stepping up in weight and opposition could expose gaps, especially against sharper, more experienced fighters.
You know, the first 2 rounds he was very effective with being aggressive and, kind of cornering, making Tommy very uncomfortable. And then after that, Tommy was able to use his boxing ability and his experience, did a great job in the last 4 rounds.
What's next for Eddie Hall?
I don't know. It kind of depends on him. I think I'd like to see him in MMA. You know, it's a little more, serves his skill set a little better. And I would like to see Tommy at 200 pounds against some better opposition. I think he could go far. He's got a lot of toughness that a lot of people don't give him credit for. He's not just a pretty boy. He can fight and he's tough, and I'd like to see him, you know, do a little run at 200 pounds.
Dave Coldwell offers a more measured breakdown, suggesting the fight swung round by round with momentum shifting as Eddie tired and Tommy adjusted. He also highlights how physically draining it is dealing with a man of Eddie's size, implying even missed shots carry danger. That raises the stakes further, questioning whether Tommy truly controlled the fight or simply survived the hardest moments.
Tommy didn't do anything for the first couple of rounds, and Eddie was putting him off, letting his hands go. One first two, then I thought Tommy came back when Eddie started getting tired, and then the last round, I thought Eddie all won. So I think he did really, really well. So I think it was a draw.
I mean, it's a silly question to ask, but I'm gonna. You've seen so many fights, so much sparring. I mean, what would it actually be like sharing the ring with someone like Eddie Hall? How would that actually be?
Oh, that's a big deal for Eddie Hall, because he's a big old lump. Yeah. So he's carrying around a lot of weight. And if he's missing, it takes a lot out of you. You know, so
Deji's reaction adds a sharper edge to the discussion, pointing out missed opportunities and moments where Tommy could have finished the fight more convincingly. He highlights how certain openings, especially uppercuts, were there repeatedly but not fully capitalized on. This shifts the narrative from simple victory to a debate about efficiency, dominance, and whether Tommy actually showed his full potential in the ring.
Tommy surprised me. Tommy's sick, but it's a lot of things that were working for him, but he just didn't do. Like, the uppercut was working every time.
John Fury responds with intense emotion, refusing to downplay Eddie Hall's toughness and determination. He praises the sheer resilience shown in the ring, comparing it to raw strength built in extreme conditions. His words make the fight sound far more brutal than expected, suggesting Eddie absorbed punishment and still kept pressing forward, turning the clash into a true test of durability and mindset.
Eddie Hall, like I say, I thought he'd fade. He didn't. He showed a lot of determination, as much determination in the ring as what he does lifting the bar. But let me tell you this much, people who don't know about people and mindset. When a man lifts half a ton off the floor and he's pissing blood out of his nostrils, that's a man with a big set of nuts, my friend. And he's going to transfer them to any sport he does, including the ring. And he showed that tonight, because Tommy caught him with a couple of peaches coming in, did hit him a couple of times, put some good body shots in, but he kept coming.
Eddie Hall reflects on the sheer difficulty of going the full 6 rounds, making it clear this wasn't just about stepping into a ring, but surviving a serious physical test. He explains how much preparation went into his conditioning, showing this was planned as a controlled war of endurance rather than a reckless clash. Even in exhaustion, he frames it as a job completed, reinforcing how demanding Tommy's pace and movement made the fight from start to finish.
It was tough. Yeah, I knew the 6 rounds was going to be hard, but we'd prepped, we'd worked very hard to make sure I was fit for the 6 rounds, and we got the job done.
Derek Chisora brings a blunt, no-filter perspective, suggesting Tommy Fury is navigating his career in a very calculated and profitable way. He implies the opposition level and matchmaking are designed to build momentum while generating attention and money. This shifts the discussion away from pure performance and into strategy, business, and how carefully managed Tommy's rise is inside the boxing world.
What did you do? You need Tommy doing it in a smart way, making real money, fighting fake fighters, and he's making real money.
Duke McKenzie delivers a brutally honest take, questioning the overall standard of the fight and expressing surprise at what he witnessed. While acknowledging effort from both sides, he clearly doubts the level of boxing on display, suggesting it fell below expectations for serious competition. His reaction adds a reputational hit, reinforcing the divide between entertainment value and true technical quality.
When I watched it, I've got to be truthful, I had to rub my eyes because the level, the standard of actual, what they call boxing, is pretty poor. It really is. I mean, they're obviously really trying hard and obviously really nice guys. Because
Tyson Fury gives a confident but slightly dismissive assessment, praising the entertainment factor while reinforcing Tommy's position as a winning fighter moving forward. He frames the performance as solid and effective without overcomplicating it, focusing more on outcome than criticism. His words carry weight because they place Tommy's result into a bigger family and heavyweight legacy narrative, while still leaving room for debate about performance level.
I thought it was a fantastic fight, very entertaining. I was very happy with it. Yeah, go on, love.
What do you expect? What do you expect?
It was good, it was good.
What do you expect? The younger brother of the #1 heavyweight champ in the world.
Yeah!
Come on! Who's next? Did you feel it was close, like the scorecards had it?
No, I thought Tommy was 197 fight. And he was what he was. He got the victory and he's on now. He's going home to his family.
Dave Coldwell breaks it down in a very realistic way, suggesting Tommy Fury did enough to win, but didn't fully dominate the way some expected. He highlights the tactical approach of staying safe against a much bigger opponent while acknowledging moments where more output could have been shown. This creates a clear divide between winning smart and winning impressively. Now fans are left questioning whether this was a controlled professional performance or a missed opportunity to make a bigger statement.
Tommy did what he had to do. He ran, kept out of the way of the bigger guy. I thought it could have worked a little bit more in between. But yeah, he kind of like did what we expected him to do. Yeah. I mean, stand in front of him, is he?
The decision has...
Roman Fury's words close the story with a mix of surprise and respect, almost admitting this was not the walkover many expected. He makes it clear the expectation was for Eddie Hall to fade early, overwhelmed by pace and pressure, yet that did not happen. Instead, he showed resilience, a strong mindset, and the ability to stay in the fight under heavy conditions. The mention of the Manchester crowd adds another layer, because Tommy Fury was not just fighting an opponent, he was fighting an atmosphere stacked against him. That kind of pressure exposes nerves, timing, and mentality. But according to Roman, he handled it, adapted, and still got the job done. It leaves the whole performance in a gray area, where survival, improvement, and control all matter, but questions still remain about dominance and whether this level will be enough against stronger opposition going forward.
I expected him to last maybe a round, put it on him for a round and then absolutely be fucked, do all this bending over, but he showed that he's training hard and he's got a good mindset. So Tommy was in there with a lot tonight. Don't forget, a lot of pressure and unbelievably a Manchester crowd that was booing him. So he had a lot to deal with, but he dealt with it and he's always learning and he got the job done.
When you strip everything back, this fight is not just about a win on paper. It is about what each man proved under pressure. Tommy Fury is being pushed as the composed boxer who can handle chaos, crowd hostility, and a physically massive opponent, and still walk away with control. But the bigger question is whether that composure translates against real elite opposition, where mistakes get punished instantly. Eddie Hall, on the other hand, showed pure mentality, absorbing punishment, staying in the fight, and refusing to break even when outclassed technically. What is truly at stake now is reputation and direction. One side is building momentum toward bigger boxing nights. The other is proving toughness and earning respect beyond strength alone. Mentally, Tommy looks more controlled, but Eddie looks unbreakable in spirit, which makes this matchup more interesting than the result suggests. If these two ran it back under different pressure, different stakes, and less hype, does the same outcome happen, or does everything flip when fatigue and fear take over on fight night?